Airborne from skies of blue, ready to go. We're coming, make your jumps and take your bows today. Let's go, put on your boots, your jumping boots, your parachutes, get all those gliders ready to attack today. Hook up or we'll be gone, pouring our check into the dawn.
And today on Have a Knife Day, we're here to talk about KaBar knives. Now, I've done several videos on these before, and by golly, I just keep on buying more. And there are many KaBars out there, but this is my own. And how I made it my own is, well, I had an aftermarket leather-clad custom Kydex sheath made by Micah over at Bear Custom Kydex. He's an Army vet just like myself. You'll see that mine is tagged with U.S. Army. And then you'll notice these rubber O-rings. And I got this from Home Depot. They are number 15 O-rings. And let me pull out a couple for you. And this one takes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's right. 5. Ha ha. You don't need to go to Sesame Street to learn how to count around here. 4. And let me put this over here. And there you go. All right. I'm going to put those over there. That'll be relevant soon. The next thing I did is I added VEF serrations. Tom VEF lives in Oregon City, Oregon. And the only company that is allowed to have these put in on their production knives is, of course, CRKT, Columbia River Knife and Tool. But if you so desire, you can send him an email, and there will be a link in the descriptions. Tom VEF has a particular way for that he does business. You take a picture of your knife, and you send it via email. Okay, now that we got that out of the way, the next thing we're going to be looking at is the fuller, and in mine, it has lasered for God and country. That's right. I love the KaBar knife. Just such a fantastic knife with our rich military heritage. And then after that, we have something called the dog's head. All right. And we'll see that the dog's head has a different pommel than the standard KaBar. And once again, this is a leather-clad custom Kydex, and you'll see that it has a fire starter on it. This is an Exotac. So let's pull this one out. So we're going to look over here, and you're going to see this little emblem. Well, that's the pirate dog. That's the dog's head. It is a dog with an eye patch with 2 crossed bones. Kind of fitting. And we'll take a look at these side by side. So what we're going to notice that one, the cross guard is different. It is thicker than this. So we'll take a look at that right there. We'll see that it is thicker. It also goes down a little bit further towards the business end, the edge of the knife. Put the dog's head here. Need a bigger table. Put that there. And put that there. Now, what I'm going to be talking about next comes from State and Union. Now, this is the custom shop of KaBar knives. Okay. Of course, everything's going to fall on me right now. Put that right there. And the first one is this. Now, of course, I don't have my leather sheath for my original KaBars since, you know, they're in a box somewhere. But what we're going to notice is that this is done in a classic World War II style. The stacked leather O-rings are darker. They are much darker, and you can give them a smell. They smell of leather and dye. And we're also going to see that they utilize staples to hold the sheath together. Now, this is the red spacer KaBar. I have a video done of this already, stamped in USMC. And the interesting thing, if you look at it, it looks a little off center. And you can tell by the pommels, the pommel is a little a little bit different. This one is a little bit flatter. This one is a little bit more rounded. We'll put this here and put that there. There we go. And we'll put the leather one there. Now, I got my original KaBar marked U.S. Army. This one is marked USMC. And then as I perused the KaBar website, I realized that they also had a dog's head. I usually try to stick to my school, you know, the U.S. Army, this being stamped in USMC. What I'm probably going to be doing with this is utilizing this as a fundraiser. I'll donate it to a worthwhile cause and help people raise money with this. It'll become a raffle. But I also want to point out, see how much thicker the cross guards are? That is much bigger and thicker too. And of course the red spacer. But as I digress. So here is this. Okay. So it has a lot of the same things going on. Ooh, she's new. But this is the dog's head, and it doesn't have the teardrop pommel like this dog's head here. It has the same pommel as this. It's just that it has the pirate dog, the dog's head, the dog with the eye patch and 2 crossbones stamped upon the blade. Now this one is going to be mine. This is the one I'm going to keep. And one of the things I am going to be doing is adding some VEP serrations. This is roughly 2 inches of VEP serrations. So after this video, this is going to go into a box and head off to Mr. Tom Veff. And it just feels different. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to resheath this knife just to get the business end out of the way. Going to do some rearranging here. The Have a Knife table is not a large table. And I'm going to show you how we put these on, or at least that's the idea. You know, when you are working on things, I work on machines for a living. Screen printing machines, to be exact. Been doing that for 22 years. And there you go. And that just slips over there like that. You can push it down a little bit to get it seated. And sometimes the machines will be nice to you and your problems will be very apparent. And sometimes it seems that the machines just miss me. And there we go. Come on there, you. There we are. And you're just going to migrate them down. Now, the question is, should I have just done this? Yes, I probably should have. I probably should have. But you will see also, it seems like the grooves on the red spacers are just a little bit more pronounced. There you go. And then you're just gonna push them in a little bit. And what you're gonna find, even with 2 of these, they stick up, they really grip the hand. So if your hands are wet or anything like that, and you have these washers on there, it's gonna aid in the retention of the knife in your hand. So as I was saying, sometimes I feel like the machines are missing me, and they'll break down. It's something simple, kind of like I'm over there for a visit. And other days, my goodness, I am pulling out every single tool in my toolbox, and the machine really makes me work to fix it. But yeah, I tell you what, after a job like that, there's just a sense of satisfaction at getting the job done. Your customers might not be happy because, you know, now they have to pay you for it. But there you go. There you go. So exciting watching me do this. I know, my friends. But as with any project, you know, there is a start point. We've already hit the middle part of our journey. And before you know it, we'll be enjoying the fruits of our labors. There you go. One last O-ring. But if you ever want to know what my day job was, that's what it is. That is what it is. And there you go. Ta-da! So, if you've ever wondered how to do it, now you know where to get it. This is a number 15 O-ring. This is from a company called Danco. You should be able to go over to Lowe's or Home Depot or Ace or any of the other stores and pick those up and add this to your KaBar. We're going to pull this puppy out of its sheath, and there you go. And man, super grippy, even better than before. And we're gonna have to add a little bit of oil to this. Seems like there was a little bit of rust right there, but we'll take care of that, won't we? That's right, my friends. That's right. Well, there you go. Thoughts, comments, bad dad jokes. I've been called a mother much more than I've been called a father. But that's just me. All right, thank you so much. And the next time you're going to see this knife, well, it's going to have some new teeth to it. And gee whiz, I think I'm going to be sending this off to Micah over at Bear Custom Kydex. So thank you so much for spending time with me, and we shall talk again soon. And today on Have a Knife Day, we're here to finish up the journey of our KaBar Red Spacer Dog's Head knife. The first state it went to was Oregon City, Oregon, to get serrations from our good friend Tom Veff. Then across the nation it flew to Maine, to Micah at Bear Custom Kydex. And without any further ado, here is our KaBar with a leather-clad custom Kydex sheath, leather belt loop. You'll notice that it has notches, so you can drop this belt loop down, and this whole plate can come off and be flipped over for a left or right hand carry. And one thing I want to share with you is no rattle. And that's very, very important. Also, we're gonna shake this like a Polaroid picture, or maybe like a margarita, and we'll notice that it has great retention. So without any further ado, let's pull this beautiful blade out. I've really come to appreciate the increased thickness of the guard and the fact that it is turned down. And here are the Veff serrations. You see that really shiny, high quality Veff edge and the Veff serrations there. I went over and measured out how big, how long the, if you want to get a straight edge from KaBar, if you look at when they do put serrations on, this is the same length as they would have on one of their factory blades. So I have a goodly amount of straight edge and just enough serrations to pop cordage. You know, if you want to over there and cut some rope, if you want to cut some paracord or anything like that. And Veff serrations really do excel to that. Excuse the beeping, we are outside. And I'm just very, very happy and satisfied to have this back in my collection. So there you go. Welcome back. Now, later on, what we're going to be doing is we're going to go find Jet, aka Knife Cat, and this has catnip in it. And we're going to give this to him and see what his reaction is. All right? And that'll be fun. So, thank you so much for spending time here with me today at the Have a Knife Day table. And as always, have a knife day.